Lack of capacity is brought forward after somebody dies on a regular basis in probate court. And the question becomes, who's going to handle that case for you? Let's say you find yourself watching this video and you're in that situation. Have you already hired an attorney? Did you hire the same person who put together the paperwork? Did you get a referral to somebody? Well, no matter what, if you already have an attorney, the most important thing to ask that attorney is, what is our path to victory? How are we going to prove this lack of capacity case? I can tell you that it has to be done with documentary evidence coming from a doctor or testimony from a doctor about the person and how they stood, what their capacity was. I can tell you for sure that the medical records from the hospital, if the person was in the hospital at the time, are going to become very important. The nurses that were on staff that wrote notes in the file are going to become very important. And even more important is the discovery you do to gather all of these documents before you go to court. Because you cannot go to court saying that somebody didn't have capacity empty-handed. You're going to need an expert. It would be great if every person you knew could stand up and say exactly how the person was at that date. But the problem is with testamentary capacity, you don't have to have complete capacity to transfer an asset. You have to know what you own and who you're giving it to. So the standard is a lot lower. So how are you going to prove that case? You're going to prove it through witnesses and through documents that come from court. And you better have an attorney that knows how to subpoena witnesses and how to ask for documents and how to request all of these things, because if you don't, you can forget about it. You're going to show up in court with nothing and wonder why you lost. Be very, very careful that you have somebody that's done this before. They must have litigated or tried some kind of probate case, and they should be able to tell you about it. And they should be able to tell you how they're going to win this case. Because if they can't, they're just taking your money.